The City of Wilmington's Finance Department presented its $13.3 million budget proposal for fiscal year 2011 to the Wilmington City Council. Finance Director James Jones's proposal is up $1 million from last year. Council members were concerned about rising salaries and promotions from within the department.
I think it's very important for us to make sure that when we're asking people to do not just a project here or there, but consistently each day, and as revenues have changed and as we've increased staffs threefold, that we've got to constantly reevaluate what we're paying the folks, especially those that in some cases their direct reports were making salary in excess of them. And that was something that we tried to correct, midterm as well as going forward. All these are warranted, and I think as Mr. Montgomery just mentioned, we're evaluated by personnel, and personnel didn't necessarily approve everything that we submitted. Right. So I do definitely want to say that we expect everybody to take on more responsibility, but to a point.
The Finance Department has added 21 new employees since 2006 to deal with audit demands throughout the city.
There's no doubt in anybody's mind that about 4 or 5 years ago, there was a lot of money sitting out there that was owed to us. And I think everybody supported the idea of going after it. My concern is we sit here 4 or 5 years into the plan and we see an increase over last year, going by your numbers, all initiatives. Last year you came to all initiatives have added over 21 million. This year we say all initiatives have added over 24 million, so that's an increase of 3 million. I just think we're spending a lot of money on all the new positions we put into the budget over the last couple of years. All the money in a couple of these charts here for consultants, temporary agencies, temporary salaries, overtime, legal service. And then you add to that the proposed expense lines of millions of other dollars. I mean, I just think we should be looking to start scaling some of this back, because to spend all that money for an additional 3 million, I look at all these ratios, I just don't see it.
Increases you see here are offsetting all the tenderness in the economy, all the hits we've taken on head tax and companies downsizing and all that. You're making these extra dollars in the face of a bad economy. I think that's extraordinary. Ultimately, do we have to scale back this stuff? Yes, but not until we cycle through all the audits that are in front of us.
My fear is we're getting to the point where we're actually spending more than we're taking in. That's my greatest fear.
The future of the scofflaw enforcement officers was also discussed. The 3 positions may be privatized to help generate more money for the city.
The agreement with the company is that they would offer our 3 employees positions with their firm, yes. Those folks also, if they don't want to take that, would also have the opportunity to bump people within our system. So they have rights either way.
Okay.
But we did insist in talking to the company that they needed to offer our folks a job. We weren't trying to put people out of work. We were trying to move the service over to outsource the service and hopefully improve the bottom line of the city, but not. We made very clear, Mr. Jones made very clear from the beginning that he wanted to protect the livelihood of the 3 individuals involved, and that's what we've done.
Which means that after 6 months, if they choose to, they could then terminate those guys.
Well, right. I mean, we're requiring them, whatever scenario we're talking about, to give people the opportunity to perform and show that they know how to do the job. The intention, whether it's the PREO group or the scofflaw group, is that they would show the employer that they're performing just at their levels that they would expect, and there would be no issues. That's the whole point of making that requirement, so that they're given that opportunity to prove that to the employer.
As a statement, I just wanted to say I think it'd be to everybody's advantage that you go ahead and keep those 3 individuals in the city line budget and move forward. My sense is around this council is that this budget may not move, and I'm just making an observation, so I'm finished.
One of the steps that the Finance Department is taking to generate revenue is to add additional red light enforcement cameras at various intersections throughout the city. For WITN, this is Paul Kennard reporting.